Hello, MCM Birmingham, are you all right? They're really quiet, AJ.
Check, hey, 1, 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
hi. They're really quiet. You all right? Yeah. So we've got AJ Michalka. Yeah, I'm good.
he pronounced it right.
So yeah, we've got AJ on the stage, Steven's Universe, Super 8, Goldbergs. We're going to go through the motions, have some fun. So how are you first?
I'm really good.
Yeah?
I was just telling him this is my second con I've ever done. So first one was in New York and first one in the UK, and I'm really happy to be here. It's gone really well.
Nice. What was the con like in New York compared to this one here?
That one was strictly for the Steven Universe cast.
Okay.
With a bunch of other cartoons, of course. So it was pretty intense. It was really cool. It was at this really big center called the Javits Center. It was completely packed out. Really fun to meet the fans of the cartoon, and took a lot of questions and answers and hung out and played a clip of Gem Harvest, which is a big episode that's just come out for Thanksgiving. It was really neat. I had a great time there. I was saying this center actually is really great for a big crowd, being an airport hangar.
Yeah.
I feel like they should all be done in the structure like this. Like this
it should be. Atmosphere as well. It builds the atmosphere. Do you know what I mean? I like it. Really electric sometimes. So you're talking about Steven Universe. Please explain to a novice like me. Steven Universe, what is it all about?
Steven Universe is a really special show. The creator, Rebecca Sugar, really made something extraordinarily different for the channel. It's got a lot of heart.
Yep.
It basically centers around gems and stones and fusions. And it's centered around Steven and his life. And he has grown up with his father for years, and now he lives with 3 different gems. Pearl, amethyst, and garnet.
Nice.
And they almost raise him, kind of. They're kind of his mother figures.
Yeah.
And I actually play a combination of him and his best friend Connie, which is why they call me Stevani. So I'm Steven and Connie together. And I'm a fusion, which is really cool. So it's kind of the combination of 2 best friends and what happens when they join together.
So how did the part come about for you to be on Steven's Universe?
It's pretty neat. I actually just auditioned, just like any other thing.
Just went on.
And it just so happened that I was really right for the part. And so I met with the director, and she happened to think that I was the right voice for it. And I think for me it was a really specific challenge, just because I am technically playing 2 characters in one body, which is not easy. But I was really able to find the voice and make it my own. And it's really been an interesting gig for me. I mean, I auditioned about 3 years ago. I just sent in a voice note with my voice, and they wanted to meet with me, and it happened to really work for the show. So I've been doing it ever since.
Wow. So what's the future for Steven's Universe for yourself? You're just going to carry on until the wheels fall off, maybe? Or
I think so. I mean, hopefully similar to Adventure Time. You know, hopefully we'll go for many years.
Yeah,
I know they're just ending, but, you know, it's been a really, really solid fan base behind the show. And I really feel like we're going to get more seasons in. It's a big success, and, you know, I'd love to give away kind of some anecdotes as to what's happening next in the storyline, but I really don't know. We don't really know anything that's happening ahead of you guys. But, whoops.
Oh.
The latest episode, Gem Harvest, I can say is really sweet.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen it yet, I hope you do. I don't want to give anything away, but it's a really special episode. And my character's coming back, so I haven't recorded anything new yet. I'm about to start recording again.
Wow.
And I'm excited to see what happens with Stevani's character.
Yeah, that'll be wicked. So do you prefer voice work over live action?
I love both. I've been doing live action a lot longer.
Yeah.
I do love voice acting. There's something about getting in that booth and working with other actors and really being able to get as physical as possible just by using your voice. So for me, it's a massive amount of energy is poured into the voice work, and then as soon as you leave the studio, you're kind of exhausted, but in a really great way. It's kind of like a mini workout, and I love it. I absolutely love it. There's something really powerful about being able to convey everything you want to convey with just using your voice. But I will say, I think live action has been my first and foremost love, just because I've been doing it for a long time now. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, we're going to Super 8. You play Jen. How nervous were you in the audition? Was you told that it was a JJ kind of production of thing? And how nervous were you during that audition process?
Pretty nervous, but I also knew that he was an extremely nice person and really good with actors. So, you know, even though he has this stardom in a way to his name as a director, he's just a normal guy. And I feel like that's kind of the beauty about a lot of these people is it's almost like the higher up they get, the nicer they are. And there's something so special about him and just his vision and his his imagery and the DPs he works with and the actors he chooses and his work with actors. He's really smart. And my first audition was really just me putting myself on tape. My second audition was going in the room and reading with him. So of course it was a really confidential audition. I had to sign an NDA and not talk about it. And then when I was able to actually start filming it, it was kept under wraps for a long time before I was able to talk about it.
So what was your feelings after you read the script for the first time? What were your feelings after that?
This sounds crazy, but to be honest, I was never allowed to read the script.
You weren't?
No. So any character that wasn't like, the lead of the film, you kind of couldn't read anything. You were just meant to do your scenes and you were in and out. So for confidential reasons, anything that was kind of a J.J. Spielberg project, you don't even get to read the script. You literally just have your scenes and that's it. So you're going right off the director's notes and what he wants you to play.
So what was he like on set? Was he very hands-on? Was he kind of maybe, getting other people to do it or to give you a bit of direction?
He was really hands-on. So no one else did anything for him. It was very much him, straight to the actor. And he really knew what he wanted and he knew how to get it. And he works really well with actors.
Brilliant. So and Steven Spielberg, did you have any contact with him or anything like that? Did he have any words of wisdom to kind of pass on to you or anything like that?
I did see him a few times on set and I met him and it was amazing. I can't say that there were necessarily words of wisdom that were given to me. I wish I would have gotten something, but a really, really kind person. I mean, like I said, I feel like a lot of these guys, the kind of higher up they are, the nicer they seem to be. They've just been doing this for so many years and they appreciate it and they don't take it for granted. And meeting him, it was one of those things that was really pretty epic. It's one of those things you can tell your kids later in life.
I suppose they've got no pressure. They've kind of done their kind of building up to moments like this. And then when they get to that big film, they know it's, that big project they want to do, there's no pressure on them. So then there's no pressure on the actor. They're going to be nice, calmer. I think, I would like to think that myself.
I would like to think that too. That might be it.
Yeah. So what did you most like about your character in Super 8? And did you have any best moments that you really loved playing when you was playing Jen?
Yeah, I love the moments in the bunker. When we're all kind of having to be held captive in a certain area because of the danger around the city. Being able to play with the young boy who played Charlie, my brother, was really fun because our bond was kind of immediate, which was neat. I loved the kids. They're all genius actors. Elle Fanning's amazing. All those people. I mean, just every single kid on that set was so smart and knew exactly what they wanted to do, and some of them had never even done anything before. But I love the brother-sister relationship between Jen and Charlie. I'm definitely kind of the bratty older sister that really kind of has one way of seeing things and wants to get her way, and that's it. And Charlie's able to kind of use me for a little bit of help in my favorite scene.
Brilliant. Well, we'll come away from Super 8 now and go on to your musical career. What are your musical influences?
Oh, I have so many.
The standouts.
I would say the standouts would have to be bands like Beach House, Unknown Mortal Orchestra, Tame Impala, older bands like Genesis, Heart, Led Zeppelin. I mean, I kind of listen to everything from old to new. I grew up in a house where Sting was constantly playing, Beach Boys, the Monkees, the Byrds, Neil Young. And so I've grown up with a lot of incredible music in my life. And working on music now with my sister has been just a complete joy because it's been about 10 years since we've made a new record. So we started writing in March, and we're going to release new music next year, which I'm really excited about.
Brilliant. So what do you find most rewarding about the music that you make with your sister?
I think the most rewarding part of it is that not only are we doing it together as sisters, but we're also really good friends. And I do get to say that I work with my best friend every day, which is really not, it's pretty rare. I mean, it sounds really cheesy, but it's true. No. I think my favorite part is touring, taking your original material and it's all written, it's all recorded, and it's released, and now you're ready to go out on the road and play it live. There's nothing like playing it live. And I think that instant feedback from your fans, that instant gratification is really a specific high. So my sister and I have a great time together, and I love writing music with her. Knowing that you created something from the ground up, there's nothing like it.
Wow. So what song has meant the most to not just you, maybe your sister, that you've wrote together?
Gosh, that's so hard. There's been so many. I would have to say, it's a song that a lot of fans have loved over the years, and it's one of my favorites to play live. I'd have to say Potential Breakup Song, which was a song that we had on our last record, Insomniatic. It did really well over here, which was really neat. So it
Yeah.
actually took us over here to promote, which was
Wow.
really cool. So we went to, London, we went to Tokyo, we went to Scotland, Ireland, just to promote the music. And that song seemed to really take off with fans. And I really connect to that song myself. There's something about the production and the vocals, and I think the way my sister and I sing it, and for me, it really represents that record that
Yeah.
I've really kind of connected with. I'll never forget that song.
Brilliant. So you're right. Like you said, you're going to start writing.
We've started writing.
So
Yeah.
can we expect a new album coming out maybe late next year?
Yeah, well, even sooner than late next year. So
Wow.
probably, you might start hearing stuff around February is what we're hoping for.
Wow.
I don't know about the UK, but I'm really hoping stuff comes here as soon as possible. But in regards to the US, we'll be releasing some stuff probably early to mid next year.
Wow. So
Yeah.
look forward to that then.
Yeah,
definitely.
thanks.
So let's get on to the Goldbergs. So let's have a little bit of, what is Goldbergs about? What drew you to the role of Lainey?
Gosh, I love the show. I love the 80s. I grew up with 80s parents, and it's introduced me to a lot of 80s music, references, films that maybe I wasn't aware of before. A lot of it I was just having, influenced by my parents. But I love the show. I love the people. I love my character. She's really grown because, in a way, she used to kind of be a little bit of a snob. She grew up as an only child. She's always gotten what she wanted.
Yeah.
She's kind of the popular kid in school, and I think dating Barry has really grounded her. They're actually quite an interesting duo. I think in a way it's kind of made her realize that she doesn't need to go for the jocks in school. It might be that she gets someone that's not a jock, but it's someone that makes her laugh and treats her really well, and I think that's what it boils down to, is the connection that you have with someone. So I think their relationship is really special, but I adore the show. I've known the creator for a few years now, and he asked me to be a part of it during the first season. And I was honored. I mean, it literally started with an email asking me if I'd be Lainey Lewis on the show. And
Nice.
I freaked. I was so happy. I already was a fan of it, and I just jumped at the opportunity. So now I'm, 4 seasons in, and I'm a regular cast member now, which I'm really lucky to be. And we're in the middle of our 4th season, which is coming soon to you guys.
Yeah,
so
it is, yeah.
I'm excited. I love it.
Looking at your costume and stuff like that, are you enjoying wearing them 80s clothes?
I
Is it kind of
actually
a
do.
bit of nostalgia maybe, taking you back to when you were younger maybe? I mean, this is kind of an older kind of
It actually
look.
does. It actually does take me back, because there's certain things, just the way the hair's curled and the bows and the way that, a lot of times my character's not wearing it here, but she'll wear those tattoo chokers that have kind of come back. They were really big in the 90s.
Yeah.
But I love the hair, makeup, and wardrobe. I actually kind of feel like a kid on the
Yeah.
show, and I'm playing younger than I am,
Yeah.
so that's fun. But I love it. Like I said, I'm more of an early 90s kid, but I do feel like there is a part of me that is kind of rooted in the 80s, and this has kind of taken me back in a really cool way.
Damn right. Right. So have you got any kind of like behind the scenes stories, anything funny going on the set of Goldbergs that you might be able to tell us about?
Well, I can say that because we're working with so many comedians,
Yeah.
the amount of fun that I have specifically on set with Jeff Garland, who plays the dad, is hilarious. He is just an absolute character. And, when we're waiting for them to turn around the camera to adjust the next shot, he is usually making up songs, telling jokes. He's just an absolute hysterical mess of a man in the best way.
Is it?
He's hilarious, and he knows how to have fun. I love him to death. So I don't have any specific pranks I can give you, because our set, we just don't really tend to do that. It's kind of just, we work, we're used to a certain schedule, and we get it done. We're all super pro. But Jeff Garland is probably the highlight of that set. He's an absolute
So he is your
hysterical.
He's your
I'm
favourite on
probably
set?
the closest to him.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's like a father figure to me.
So what's the future for your character on Goldbergs?
Well, Lainey's still dating Barry, so
Yeah.
I'm really hoping my future is maybe a ring.
Yeah,
Who
maybe,
knows?
yeah.
I think Lainey's going to be asking for that at some point. They're a little young now,
Yeah.
but I would love for Lainey to kind of enter the Goldbergs family in a way of marriage. I think it'd be hilarious for her and Barry to grow old together.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really sweet. But right now, I don't want to give anything away on season 4, but the beginning of season 4, you're going to see us enter the Breakfast Club, which is really fun. We're kind of doing an ode to John Hughes. So
Nice.
my character is kind of doing a spin on Molly Ringwald, and we're all stuck in detention. It's pretty fun.
Wicked. So away from Goldbergs, what is going to be the future for yourself? What have you got in the pipeline? We know the music's going to be coming up. We know you're going to be on Goldbergs. What's going to happen away from that? Any movies?
I'm hoping to do a film during the break. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to do a film when we finish season 4. I'm auditioning quite a bit, but because of my focus on the show, I haven't really been able to enter that world in a long time because 9 months out of the year I'm filming the show. But my sister and I actually produced and starred in a film together.
Wow.
That only recently came out, and that movie has meant so much to me because it really is centered on our friendship as sisters and our life growing up together. It's called Weep Away for Now, and you guys should look out for it. It's a really special film.
Definitely.
So producing, I want to get more into. That's kind of where my heart's heading right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So have you had any offers? Has any offers come in to you?
Not currently. I hope I can even get to the point where I'm getting offers. I mean, that's kind of a whole other level of success that I really hope one day comes. But right now, it's all about the hustle and working hard and working on your craft and taking lessons and constantly studying and reading. So it doesn't come easy, but that's okay. It makes the struggle even harder in a way, which I think is great. It makes your work better.
Wow. Well, that's all the time we've got time for, I'm afraid. There's more here. Thank you very much for joining me on this buzz stage. Absolutely amazing. Last one of the day, last one of the con. For you guys at home, please remember to subscribe. Please remember to give a thumbs up to this video. Any other videos we've got, that's it. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Remember to press that notifications button as well so you don't miss out on absolutely anything, guys. Thank you very much, AJ Michalka.
Thanks so much. Thanks
Round
for
of
having
applause.
me. Thanks, guys.
And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.